So we've inherited a business from our uncle. Well, not really inherited. It's more like a live will. He's retired, doesn't have his own kids, so he's asked us to take over the business and run it as our own. So we're at AttinghamPark. What we have is just this little block here. So we have the dairy farm. We have a grass field along here, the biogas facility, and we have a plot here that has sugar beet in it at the moment. So that's where we're situated now. We have, like, he has made some changes to what was here originally. We have a farm production facility here, so we can make quite a few things with what we have, which is great. It means that we're not really limited to just using the BGA. So most of the changes he's made have been just from a efficiency point of view. So what we can do is we can make hay, total mixed ration. If we want to make mineral feed for our cows, we can. We don't need to. We've got plenty of ways to make silage. We can even do some seeds, lime, and liquid fertilizer. We also, in that block, we also have a greenhouse where we can make tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. So that's actually quite good.
So that's where you went.
Yes. And a production shed, which is over here. So we're pretty much quite self-sustaining here, so we can look after ourselves. So we can make solid fertilizer, more seeds, lime, manure, and herbicides. The main ones we make in our little chemical shed are the fertilizer, lime, and herbicide. And then over here we have our BGA. So the silage that we make can go towards making TMR, but it can also go towards our BGA over here, and then that will create electricity for us here, which will be quite good because I'm looking at using a electric tractor just as a shunt to move things around if need be, and also electric forklift once we've got all of our productions going. Now, the other thing is, part of it, the business has actually been doing quite well, and one of the things that that he's been able to do is he's built up quite a lot of land. So as you can see over here, so there's this whole section of land back here that we also have access to. So he hasn't really developed it or done anything with it because, I mean, it was part of like a green area. However, we're looking at making that into a bit of a production facility. So equipment-wise, we have not much. We have a plow, a tractor, our swather, and a trailer, both a liquid trailer and a standard trailer, and then a grass cutting head for the swather. So not much, but enough to get started on. And yeah, that was the introduction. So I think what we'll do is I'll go back to the swather, and I'll leave it here for now, and then once we get to the farm, I will start an actual proper broadcast. Alright, let's... Well, there we go. I've been talking away and had it on mute. So, as I was saying, so we've been left this property by an uncle, who has retired, no children of his own or anything, and decided to keep it in the family. So let me just go over what I was saying earlier. So we have a plough, a 9-metre lizard plough, a Class Axion 800 tractor, the Swather, which is what we're in at the moment, with the grass cutting head, a liquid trailer, and a normal trailer, or goods trailer. He's built up quite a bit of land in the community over time. Now he has this big stretch over here, which is essentially a park land area, but potentially we'll be using that to do some productions and get some actual businesses going. Town doesn't really use that parkland very much anymore, so instead of letting it go to waste, we're going to utilize it and actually try and help the economy along a bit. Now along here as well, we have our dairy farm with some chickens. We have a plot of land. We have a field here which currently has sugar beet. This grass field here, and that's the grazing area for the cows. And then we have the biogas facility here. So we have a production facility here. For our purposes, we mainly use that for grass, total mixed ration, and silage. So basically, all of our grass goes in here so that we can feed our cows. Now we get we'll get a little bit of digestate out, which will come to our little chemical shed over here. And here we will make solid fertilizer from the digestate, lime, and herbicide. So we can spray lime so we can keep our fields at optimum pH, herbicide so we can get rid of any weeds that may pop up their ugly heads. And then the biogas facility over here, we'll take our silage that we don't utilize to make feed for our cows, and out of that we will get electricity and methane, which will come in here. Methane will get turned into electricity. The electricity will get stored all in there, and we will use that because what the plan is moving forward is to have a little shunt, a yard shunt that is a electric tractor, and that's just to move things from point A to point B. Not really for doing any work or anything other than transporting things from one place to the next. Also, once we have all of our production sorted, we'll be using that electricity in order to power our electric forklifts. So yeah, it's just this input lag is going to take some getting used to. I am like I said, I'm on a G Portal server, so just communicating like shitty internet over here. It's just going to take some adjusting to. It's not a G Portal thing. I had a Nitrado server a while back, and that was doing exactly the same. It's purely because of just input lag. Small inputs, big outputs, essentially is how it goes. Now, I'm sure people will not really be overly keen on my drony voice just going along and along and along. Probably get a bit more once we have a buddy of ours joining in, helping us out occasionally. But you know, probably some dead areas, and then occasionally I'll just drone on. But see what it is. So we're going to start off. We do have a couple of contracts at the moment, so I believe it's 2 ploughing contracts and 1 fertilizer contract. While yes, our uncle did ask, like my uncle did ask me to take over, you know, and keep it in the family. Also, you know, didn't feel great about, you know, just taking it without giving back. So I did take out a loan of $500,000, so that, oh sorry, there's a greenhouse there as well, that's ours. So I did take out a loan for $500,000, and you know, hoping to pay that off over the next few years. This area is actually quite bare as well, so we'll potentially be able to put a few things in here. We're going to start off with, we don't have any cows. He did sell his cows prior to doing the handover, and that's fine. I mean, you know, it had been a while since he'd actually had any sort of productive output from his cows. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off quite slowly again. First thing we're going to do is get ourselves off to, let's see if we can get rid of that. Can we get rid of that? Oh no, shit. No, I don't want to sell the farmhouse. Yep, bugger. Okay, well that's fine. I just wanted to try and remove that, but that's fine. So, you know, eventually we will probably end up, am I on the wrong side? I am on the wrong side. So eventually we will, you know, get started with some cows. We'll probably only start off with a couple to begin with. But once we've got our TMR, we can start doing that. Get a couple of bottle calves. They're pretty cheap from the animal dealer, literally down the end of the road, and we can get ourselves started. Now, for those of you who may not have seen the swather in action, it's a very handy piece of kit. Actually, let me go get that trailer. Oh, I'm going to need something to pick up the... Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. So we'll start off. I'm going to take this trailer because we need to get that header trailer out of the way. So I'm going to take this trailer down. That's what we're going to have. That's what we're going to be picking up our grass with. So we do have a pickup tool that we're able to purchase from the store, and I will do that momentarily. Now this field off to our left, this grass field here, that is ours as well. So what I'd like to do now is we'll start getting some silage done so we can get some digestate, and you know, start off making some fertilizer for that fertilizer contract. And then while we're cutting grass and doing all that sort of thing, we'll start off with that little grass field here, and eventually we'll get to the big grass field. But like I said, we'll start off by doing this one first. And I was actually thinking what I might need to do, because we want to get that. Hang on, Do we have what's for sale at the moment? Anything interesting? Oh, there's a little Fiat 160/90D. What's that? It's a 180 horse. See, I don't even really need that. But so we should have some electric tractors. See, we can get that Rigitrack electric here. What's that? 50k. That's not too bad. I think that's currently the only electric that's around, isn't it? That's the methane one. There we go, methane. And that's electric. So 80 kilowatts. Maybe we'll try that. Yeah, I think we'll try it. We'll try that one. Because we can also use that. Actually, we could use that for our fertilizing and everything as well, couldn't we? I think we could. So we do need a fertilizer spreader. Probably should have a cover. We'll go the wider spread. Too green. There we go. Nice. Yep, I like that. Wow. Oh, it's because of the spreader system, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Then something to pick up the grass. Oh. So I'm just going to lease that for now. And then I think we'll do the same with the tractor. Let's see if that tractor can actually do what we need it to do. So we'll lease that too. Oh, idiot. Did you get 2 of them? Yes, we got 2 of them. Didn't need to get 2 of them. Anyway, doesn't matter. Alright. There's a bit of weight there, isn't there? That's alright. So once you put this trailer on, well, like I said, it's just as a shunt. Normally we'd be... Come on. Oh, seriously. This is going to be painful. Come on. Come on. Okay, so as we can obviously see, this is a very tiny tractor. I'm sure it'll be fine for shunting things around. It's just not ideal to have this heavy weight on the front, and then with that input lag, just slows things down a lot. But I think it'll actually it'll do the job for what we need. I do think it will. Hang on a sec. Why? What did I buy? Oh, I bought one. Seriously? That wasn't intended or planned. Ah, the joys. That's alright. We've got one leased, we've got one purchased, so I'll return the leased one. I will just wait until we get this back to the yard, because I don't want to be returning the lease and have it be investment. Oh, okay. It's the little tractor that could. Now I think we'll just put everything in here. And then let's return that leased one. Good thing I didn't do that earlier. Alright, so that's there. So for now we can just leave that. Want to get this trailer out of the way and start mowing. Oops. Come on. Okay, so we're going to start with swipe right. So as you can see, it's going to drop all of the cut grass off to the right here. This is going to take some getting used to. There we go. Come on. That's it. Ah, jeez. Wobbly. That's going to take some practice and getting used to, but that's okay. We'll do. So we're just, giving this area a nice mow, get everything started, looking at, getting some cows soonish. So while we don't have any in, we also don't want it to get too long, get any note ropes, danger needles, filter in here. Oops. Oh, caught up. That turn finished it a little bit later than I planned, but that's alright. So that lake is also on our little plot over there, so that'll be good. Now we'll probably get 4,000 or 5,000 litres of digestate, and therefore close to that in fertiliser out of here, so that'll be good. And then also there's all that grass next door, so we'll finish that off and then we'll just lift it up. We'll change to swap left, and then what that'll do is that'll now drop it on top of this other swap, which means that when we go around picking up we have to do fewer laps. Just makes it a bit more efficient. And time wise makes a difference. And then again we go swap right, So as you can see, by doing that, we've essentially cleared away 2 swaths that we would have otherwise had. Now, this one, I'm going to go right, but what will happen because of how narrow this bit is, I'm going to go back. So what will happen, it more than likely won't be much. So we'll drop this on the right. And then when we come back, we'll actually keep it on the right. So we go that way, and when we line it up, we'll line it up with that discharge over where we've just left behind the row, and then we'll just add it to that. Don't need to switch it. There we are, we're done. So I do that because sometimes it needs it purely to get that trailer. So eventually what will happen is that little electric tractor will actually be used to shunt around this header as well. It's basically our just transportation tool. So turn that around. As you can see, our heel's in the yellow. It's not terrible, but it's not that great. once we've got some lime, some fertiliser and everything on there, then it'll be much better. But for now, okay. So we can just move this next door, I guess, to our next block, our field. So over the years, my uncle has cleared off a lot of the stuff that we had here, which is fine. Don't tend to use a lot of sheds anyway, machinery. So usually my land management businesses, farming businesses, etc. tend to be round the clock operations, because there's always something to do. Don't tend to have a lot of downtime on the machinery unless, you know, everyone's already been involved, or we're literally waiting for grass to grow. Into the wall, why don't we? So this is where we'll be going next. Actually, I might see if I can get the guys from the shop to see if we can get the guys from the shop, one of the guys from the shop, to drop it off for us. Nice, there we go. Perfect. I know it's going to cost us a bit. These guys aren't cheap usually, but we want to try and get things underway a bit quicker. Unfortunately though, you do sometimes wonder where these guys got their licenses, because they've been known to drive into lakes, rivers, ponds, trees, fences. I mean, you know, not the most efficient drivers around, most of these guys, so it can make life a bit worrisome. Right. So we'll get started on picking up this grass when our friend brings that new electric over. We'll get him to drop it off in the to come and pick up the trailer. Need that. Oh, thank you. So we just need to get that forage head. There we go, get this grass in. Now with the swather, you can get a conditioning header as well, which will cut and turn the grass, so we end up with hay. However, because we have that production facility, we can have it making hay and silage and digestate at the same time from the grass. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to drop everything off in there first, get all of that happening so we can get some digestate on the go, and then and some silage, and then we can get started on creating our fertilizer. Once we've dropped the digestate over, we'll get that fertilizer happening, and for the moment we're just using solid fertilizer, but the plan is to eventually move towards liquid fertilizer, and we'll be making our own liquid fertilizer as well, just through some more efficient means than we currently have. So for the time being, we'll just use solid fert. And move towards liquid fertilizer down the track. Maybe still leaving a lot of stuff behind, but that's just this control. But that's alright. There's plenty of facility to go back. Okay, so that's telling me old mate. There he is, nice! He actually made it without any hiccups, which is good. And I mean, yes, it did cost us a little bit to get him to do it. However, you know, you're paying for two people, one to drop it off, and one to follow them and take them back. So, while every dollar is important, you know, you don't mind just that little bit of time saving, get someone to do something. Now, there's a possibility we may employ some locals as well to help us out with some of our things. Can very possibly do that. We do have, you know, a few locals that don't mind helping out, get a bit of extra cash, especially at the moment where, you know, things are a bit tight for all of them. So we also don't mind helping out our local community. Like I said, with that parkland, you know, I've had discussions with council and, you know, some locals, and well, at the moment they're more interested in, you know, being able to support the community than have a little bit of parkland that they can use. I mean, by all means, we're not going to get rid of it all, and to try and not make it, like, turn it into a bit of a blight. The idea is, if we do end up placing some things there, and, you know, building some new areas, then we'll do that. But the other option is, we might, you know, just refresh it a little bit, put some fresh grass in there, and then we'll maintain it for the council. So we'll have to plough the area out, plant some new grass, maintain it so it doesn't get all, you know, overgrown as well, which works in our favour because it gives us more area to get our grass for our silage and everything else, cattle feed. And then it also means that areas like the field next door where we currently have grass, we can repurpose that into crops, make money off crops, because that will, you know, all of our needs will be satisfied by that new area that we've replanted and maintained. Come on, why are you doing this? Come on, come on, come on. What did you get caught up on the gate? Yeah, got caught up on the gate. There we go. So probably need to look into some sensitivity controls maybe. Okay, so there's our So there's our little electric tractor that has been brought over by our friends next door. The hell? So quite a few grass fields around here, all of which have been used for the cattle when, you know, when the dairy was thriving, and also the biogas facility for some silage. So a lot of facility there. It's just now that we've got that going. Yeah. So we'll go hay, and we'll go silage digestate. So we should start seeing some hay, some silage, and some digestate. Oh, there we go, actually. So we've got hay, digestate, and silage. Which is what we're after, so that's great. Do we have anyone else in for work? No, we've just got that fertilizer and two ploughing rolls. Ah, great. Oops. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to hop off for a little while, and when we come back, we'll get going.